Hi, it's Algert from Oneness, Freedom to be Happy and Healthy, Wealthy and Healed movement. And you are listening to a training series on the Awakened Imagination Challenge. Okay, repeat after me. I'm curious to see how my natural state of love and abundance will reveal itself for me to experience starting right now. This is day 10 of the challenge. We're almost done with this module, and I really want to thank you for exploring, because getting this experience under your belt is powerful. One of the metaphors we use when we explore these triggers is that it's like we have a bucket full of water, but there is a hole in the bottom of the bucket. Those are the triggers. That's the imagining. You don't even know you are adding in, or how it's affecting you. Like the young boy imagining the girls making fun of him, when he could have been imagining that they're laughing because they're glad he's coming. Or he could realize it doesn't matter because it's his state. That's what's mattered the most. So today, what we are going to do is apply what we've learned to others. This is a great fun one. When we're teaching this to groups of people, what we do is, basically, we pair people up and have them take a 15-minute walk with someone and just notice what triggers them, what triggers the other person. But since you're doing this at home, and you're doing this on your own, we're going to do it a little differently. And again, this is a fun way to do it. What I want you to do is to notice what other people are imagining things mean. Now the phrase today is going to be a little different. What she imagines or he imagines doesn't matter, because what she is experiencing doesn't mean anything. Okay. What she imagines this means doesn't matter, because what she is experiencing doesn't mean anything. Now, I want you to think about this, because all the time, let me use this as an example. I was hanging with a friend of mine the other day, and his phone rang, and he missed it, and he looks at it and gets all upset about it. And I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, every time she calls me, I always miss it. I'm always worried about it. She's going to think I'm ducking her. And he's making this huge thing up in his head. And he's like, dude, and I told him, I said, she only let it ring 3 times. She must be busy, and it doesn't matter. I mean, if you call her now, think about this. There's this maze going on in this frantic state because he didn't answer someone's call again. Okay? Because they only let it ring 3 times. And if he calls her up in that frantic state, she's going to be thinking, wow, he's always in a frantic state. Okay? And the thing is, if he doesn't get that, it's a trigger. If he, honest to God, doesn't get that he is creating an imaginal state that's putting him in that frantic state, that puts his relationship with her in a frantic state. You get it? That's how this stuff works. Now, I can notice it and can point it out to him as a teacher. But the biggest thing is, you just want to notice how people do this. It's often easier to learn something about you by watching other people. So I want you to notice today, the presuppositions are, she's imagining all the time. She lives in a mostly imaginal world. She's imagining meaning most of the time. Okay? That's my friend. Okay? I imagine meaning all the time, mostly living in an imaginal world. The phone rang for 6 seconds. For 6 minutes, he's walking around all goofed up with this whole thing of, I wonder what they're going to think. This amazing state that's not all that productive. So, I want you to notice today, when the people around you, just, if you can, schedule 3 minutes here and 3 minutes there. Try to do it for 10 minutes, total. But the opportunities are going to be a lot more spontaneous today for you. Again, you've been doing this exercise for 4 days now, and in this, it's just a matter of another version of the exercise. Again, just dive in and have a little bit fun with this. Just notice, oh, that person looked at something and entered into a weird state. It wasn't the thing that put them in that weird state. It's what they imagined about it. Oh, that person there, he read something on a label. This is great to do when you are shopping. People look at a label and they go, oh. It wasn't the label that made them feel that way. It was what they imagined about the label. So, just notice how other people do this. Again, what you're learning here and what you're doing here is that you're creating wiggle room to move in. You are creating space between the time where there is a click and a bang. Okay? You're creating space between the event in the physical world and the imagination taking over, and you're blaming the event in the physical world. Again, the phone could ring 3 times, and oh, yeah, she called. She always let it ring 3 times. No big deal. And the difference there isn't choosing to respond differently. It is noticing that it was all an imaginary thing anyway. You were adding all that in. And so, take some time today and notice how other people do this. That's the best thing I can give you. The key with this is the faster you get at it, the faster you'll be able to exit these little micro-draining states that again just take away from your wishful thought. We've got one more segment in this module, and starting on Monday, we're diving into some really cool stuff. So buckle up, have fun, and we'll catch you on Monday in lesson 11. Okay? That's it for now. See you on Monday, and remember to have fun.